I'm delighted to be joined by Eddie Scally, General Manager of Gowran Park here at Gowran Park Racecourse. How are you, Eddie?
Very good, Davey. Thanks a million for popping up for us today.
No, thanks for having me. It was a great day with the Tayestes. We'll get to that in a minute. But this Saturday we have Red Mills Day, Red Mills Trial Hurdle, 8 entries, 35,000 to the winner. Then we have the Red Mills Chase over 2.5 miles. 12 entries in that, 35,000 to the winner of that. Strong card on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a very good card, Davey. The Red Mills Chase is after really growing in stature over the last 3 or 4 years. It's a grade 2 chase, but you know, you look back over the last couple of years, with Arduke and Present and Percy taking each other on 2 years ago. Last year, Mona Lee won it, and this year now you see Chris's Dream is the horse that kind of jumps off the page when you see the early entries. But I think I was looking at it last night, and at a quick glance I see 3 or 4 grade 1 winners in the race. The likes of Death Judy is definitely down in it there. Trying to get it from memory here now.
Real Steel, Hardline.
Yeah, all grade 1 winners. Like, I mean, Hardline was, I think he may have went off favourite for the Arkle last year. Maybe a little bit odd that he did go off favourite for the Arkle, but that's the type of horse that's in this race. I presume Chris's Dream, if he runs, this is his big trial to see if he's going to go for a Gold Cup. He's still fairly priced for that. And
yesterday, as we've seen, he got an extra £1 of his Irish official rating to 160, so he's £10 off top weight of Delta Work and Tiger Roll. You'd imagine that's where he's going to go after winning the Tri-Town, and if he runs here on Saturday then. Real Steel entered in the Ryanair as well, so like you said, it's a very strong race for Saturday.
Definitely, it really is. You know, the chase itself, it jumps up there. The hurdle, it's after been back graded to a grade 3. That was really unfortunate for ourselves. Like, we'd love to see that as a grade 2. When you look at the winners in the past, the likes of Hardy Eustace, the likes of Solway, Denoli, you know, it's a pity to see a race dropping back. But I think the proximity to Cheltenham is probably one bit of an issue. It's probably getting a little bit closer.
It's a little close.
Introduction to Dublin Racing Festival won't have helped it. But in saying that, when you've horses like Undeso turning up here to win in a Red Mills hurdle, I can see why it might scare some of the other trainers away. And the real interesting horse there, I'm sure you looked at this and wondered what's going on here, is Silius Emery. I mean, Willie is looking at a champion hurdle that's cutting up quite badly, and is he thinking maybe, you know, this could be Silius Emery's year to... Now, I know everyone's telling me, oh, it's a confidence booster over hurdles. I don't know, I'm not convinced. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Silius Emery rocking up here and winning the Red Mills hurdle at the weekend. I wouldn't be shocked to see him lining up in the champion hurdle and going off at a fairly fair price as well. And
of course, he won twice over fences this season and then fell at the Dublin Racing Festival quite early on as well.
He did, but like, if you look at last season on Tayestes Day, he absolutely destroyed the field here in a beginner's chase. Duke de Geneva, I think, was about 25 lengths behind Silius Emery, and he picked up an injury afterwards. Duke de Geneva came back here in February, won the beginner's chase, and the rest is history. Off straight away, wins an Arkle. So Silius Emery is a class horse, and maybe we'll find out he's a class hurdler. I hope we do.
And in the Red Mills on Saturday, 4 horses that are of the 12 that are entered in the English National, which we said the weights came out yesterday. Total Recall, another horse, he won here last month in your biggest day of the year, the Tayestes Chase. He was a very impressive winner. He'll carry 10-13 as it is, rating of 159, an extra £1 for him. Talk to us about the Tayestes. Fantastic day, even though that heavy fog. He had a big number, over 8,000 people, and things went well. And of course, a local winner, Willie Mullins and Danny Mullins.
Yeah, look, it was great. You know, I couldn't thank the people enough for supporting the day. Like, it was an awful viewing day for people to come watching the races, and we were so disappointed about that. Like, we want to put on a show and we want people to come, and it's so important. And for fog to come down, like, you can see this place, it's one of the most gorgeous tracks in the world, not just Ireland. And it was disappointing, but in fairness to the racing people from Kilkenny, Wexford, Waterford, they supported us in huge numbers, over 8,000. The race itself, the Galmoy Hurdle, again, absolutely brilliant race. Benny the Do winning it this time. I mean, you know, this race is a dream for us, the Galmoy Hurdle. In fairness to Emer Mulhern and her team there, with the stud, they've just been so supportive of the race, and I'm so happy to see the trainers supporting the race for them. But the Tayestes Chase, Goss Tayestes Chase again, Total Recall, probably going in off a decent enough mark for a Grand National after hosing up here.
One more jump meeting on the 7th of March, and then which is the Shamrock Handicap Chase, is your feature on that day, and then the 8th of April it all kicks off then for the Flat Den, which is the first of 11 meetings, and that's a student race day as well.
Student race day on the Tuesday. We start off with that, which should be a bit of fun. We don't go with a massive student race day. We do a deal with Carlow IT. It's restricted numbers wise, and it's a great day. The Shamrock Chase Day, there's two meetings I always tell people to keep an eye out in Gowran. Shamrock Chase Day is number one. Holden Plant Rental sponsor the Shamrock Chase, but what you'll find is a horse that's just missed out on something in Cheltenham will come here and win the Shamrock Chase. Last year, Expatriate went and rocked up in the race. It's a £50,000 race, so you'll find a proper one winning it. And the other fixture to watch in Gowran Park is the November meeting here. People would say to me, oh, there's no real sexy race on the day, or there's no big one. We have 5 Cheltenham winners in one day in November 3 years ago. The likes of Don Poley rocked up and won there. It's a fixture that throws them out. Duvan won here. Sizing John was second. That all happened in the November fixture. So I'd say to people, Gowran Park is a very well respected track. The trainers support it, and then when the flat season kicks off, I mean, it's heaven for us here. I mean, the Aidan O'Briens, Jim Budgers, Dermot Wells, bringing all their horses here that starting out as 2-year-olds, and it's an amazing track. It's great fun.
It has a great record for flat horses winning their maidens here, going on to bigger successes.
Well, I'm only here 8 years, and I've had 3 Derby winners running on the track. You know, like, think about it. This is Gowran Park in Kilkenny. We see ourselves as a Grade 1 track, but we've had 3 Derby winners. 1 came second and 2 won here. We've had the likes of India Maharaj, Battle of Marengo, Highland Reel, one of the highest winning money horses in the world. But that's not even aside from them. You look at all the Melbourne Cup winners, Vintage Crop. These all came and started at Gowran Park.
And of course, Arkle's won here as well. Won the Thyestes.
Arkle's won the Thyestes. He won the Thyestes, giving the rest of the field 2 stone. You listen to people complaining about a certain horse getting weight in the national. You know, Arkle would have carried probably 2 horses in the field. He won here. Flying Bolt won here, giving the rest of the field 2.5 stone. Like, I don't know who the handicapper was back then, but I think Flying Bolt won by 35 lengths, giving the field 2 stone. So, I mean, you're steeped in history in this place, and you see that with the boys there putting the hurdles up and all that. Their family have been working here for 60, 70 years. This is their home, but they won't be short of telling you stories about some of the horses that won here. We've designed our calendar that way. We don't race in the summer over jumps at all here. So our National Hunt fixtures start in October, and we race October, November, January, February, March. We race in every month of the year in Gowran Park, bar December. And you know, the ground dries out quite quickly here. So, you know, we want nice flat racing ground. We can give that May, June, July, August, September, and it's not really conducive for jumps racing. So that's why we congested our jumps fixture into 6 fixtures, and it's providing the best ground on 6 fixtures. We probably could take 1 or 2 more if HRI wanted to give us them there. We'd take 1 at the start of November and 1 probably just after Holden Plant Rentals. But that's all we can do. You know, there's 19 fixtures here. We're not 17 fixtures this year, but we've raced up to 21 fixtures in a season. Like, so it's, you know, we're well able to put them out when we're given them. So all kicks off on Saturday, Red Mills Day. The weather is meant to be bad, but not as bad here, so shouldn't scare people off. And what would it cost for a general race goer to pay in at the gate? The online offers are still there at the moment. It's €12, which is great value. On the day, it's €15 for general admission. But I'd remind people as well, if you're coming here on Red Mills Day, it's not like any other day. The only day I can compare it to is Thyestes. So we've got so much outdoor marquees. You see, when we were coming in through, there was 2 marquees up and a 3rd being put up already. There's any amount of shelter and stuff. So if it does rain, look, that's National Hunt racing. That's the weather you want for National Hunt racing. But you're covered. We've stands everywhere, marquees everywhere, bands everywhere. Like, plenty of bars. Plenty of bars, and everyone can have hot whiskies and get warm after racing. But we'll have a great day. That's good. Listen, Eddie, thanks for having me this morning, and best of luck on Saturday with Red Mills Day and for the rest of the season. No, thanks a million, Davey. Keep it up. Good man.